Hey everyone, I went out for a nice walk and I came back. You can see I'm in my slippers. These slippers my friend Lisa gave me. Lisa Rodriguez. She gave me these for one Christmas and I still have them. They're nice and warm for this fall season that we're going into. And all the colors are changing now on the leaves. The leaves are changing color. So I like to go out. If you go out like around 6 to 7, you see the sunset, and it's a nice time to take photographs. That's why I go out at this time. I didn't do that much today. I sat and I put all my courses on my resume because I was talking to one of my friends and she was saying to me, did you put all your courses on your resume that you took? I said to her, I have, but then I realized that I didn't put all of them. So I put all the courses that I took from the time Teleperformance laid me off till now, all the webinars. Some of them were here, some of them I joined in at WITS. And so, I mean, it's a long resume, but you know what? If you're unemployed and you're sitting at home and it's 18 months already, then you have to do something. So it's a good way to show that I've actually been doing something academically, not just sitting at home and painting and knitting and sewing and cleaning my home. So that's why I did it. And I think it's a good thing to do, especially when you're paying for your HRPA dues. Those HRPA dues they're almost 500 for the year. And included in that, you get some conferences, you get some webinars, and you can join anywhere. Like we have chapters in Toronto, in Calgary, in different parts of Canada. So depending on when they're having it in person or they're having it online, you can join in those webinars. So that's what I did. It's a good thing to do while I'm at home. It gives me the opportunity to interact with others in the chat, and most of the presenters, they do have the chat, so you can put in your thoughts, your comments, and they do see what you are posting. The last one that I did on mental health and demystifying mental health and looking at how we can help ourselves. It's interesting how many of the things that he presented I grew up with naturally anyway. And like waking up in the morning, doing light exercises, taking a shower, waiting till you have your coffee. I don't wait. I have my coffee or tea early in the morning to wake me up. But it's interesting to see how much of it is natural and how much of it you have to learn. So the big thing has been focusing on AI, integrating AI into HR, and what are the implications of that? Because a lot of the things that we used to do as human beings, robots will do that for us. The sending out the contracts, having the standard contracts of employment, making sure that you have your salaries disclosed. They have to disclose the salaries now when they're hiring us. The duty to accommodate, not only for long-term disabilities, but for sporadic disabilities, disabilities that come up under pressure or that are seasonal, things like that. And then, looking at, because now people have gotten used to working at home, you can't really force people to come back to work because it's something that has become part of their journey, their contract. You have to prove that you need to have them in the office to do that work. And even things like people needing time off to be with their families, to pick up children, drop them off, primary caregivers. We touched on all of those things in the courses I took, so it's a lot to take in. With the lawyers, it's very, very hard because they have different case law and all of that. But I think when I did my HR, and this is going all the way back to WITS, you have to look at what is fair and what is reasonable. And what is fair and what is reasonable, if you had to put somebody in your shoes, and if you had to look at what would you do in that place, in their place, you can often reach a good decision. So it's good I took all those courses. I was surprised actually at how much I did in the 18 months. And that's not including things I did at Regis College and my volunteering with the One campaign or in the church. It's excluding all of that. So it was good to do it, but it took me half the afternoon. I had the tennis on, and then I just sat and I put all those onto my resume. And yeah, that's what I did. The next thing I need to get is a computer. My laptop is completely broken. So when I get back to work, that's what I need to replace. But it's good to take stock and think about your skills, what you've learned, what you've developed, and what areas I've worked in. So hopefully something will open up for me soon and I'll get a decent paid job. Unfortunately in Canada, people don't listen. So now there's a lot of condos that are going empty. There's a lot of projects that they started and completed. But you say build affordable housing, but if people don't have jobs, what's the point of building affordable housing or building more condominiums or more bungalows or more $1 million homes if we don't have the income to purchase them? I mean, nothing that they are doing here makes sense to me. So, obviously I'm the delusional one, and they told me that hundreds of times. But to me, if I was in their position, in Mark Carney's position, or I was in the government, I would first of all make sure that people have jobs. I would make sure that companies had a subsidy or something available so that they could hire people and pay them a living wage. And then from there, I would look at building the houses and building the railways and building everything else. But obviously I'm stupid, right? That's why I've got a master's and a CHRP and a CHRL and a BCom and a BCom honors and a certificate in aromatherapy, mixing and massage, because I'm stupid and I'm delusional. That's why. So the economy is tanking, food prices are rising, people can't afford to buy food, we're living off having subsidized electricity, but I'm the stupid one. So, that's how it goes. As long as my dad's proud of me, because I know that, even if people tell me do something, I don't do it if I know that I'm right. So at least I know that he got that right with me. I kept my faith. I say my bedtime prayers. I'm still like a kid. So sometimes you have to not grow up. You have to stay God's child. Because people who are Satanists, they are like God. They know everything. They can do everything. They control the decision making. So people like me, we only rely on God, and then we stay that way. We stay like children. But God helps us. He helps us to study. He gives us strength. He gives us resilience. He gives us lots of gifts and talents to help us get through the evil that is being perpetuated all over the world. All over the world, schools are facing closing. Children are not sure where their next meal is going to come from, and adults. People have no jobs. But we keep our hope in the Lord, and that's how we stay positive, and we dance and sing, and we give praise to God, and that's how we do it. And people are very, very worried about us because, it's really not normal to be like this. And how can you accomplish so much? But by God's grace, everything gets done. So I miss my dad. He would honor these people, he'd tell them off. He'd be on my side. I don't have anyone on my side, but that's okay. I have heavenly powers. I have Elvis, I have my dad, I have lots of people in the heavenly realm. That's why nothing they do works. They started again. They want me to go back to the police station again. You must be kidding. Just stay away from me. I don't need your drama. I don't need your marital problems. I don't need you taking anything out on me. Stay away from me. It's time things worked out for me. And it's time I got that good paying job. That's what I say. And if you don't, be very careful. As my dad closed the Credit Suisse. And I know that they did that because I fought for the bank. I fought to keep it open. I told them because I loved them, the people I worked with. They didn't listen. So how is it possible? My dad closed the bank. So better not hurt me. It is my dad. I hope you're very frightened. You should be.